All right, welcome back. So in this class, we'll be talking about we'll be looking at the advanced math and statistics function in Excel. And then we're looking at the Countif, the Sumif, the Averageif, the Countifs, the Sumifs, and the Averageifs. Those are some of the advanced concepts in Excel. Now, like the one we did in the other class, we use this employee data, and then we did the basic, like the count, the average, the mark, the large. Those ones are basic. But here, we're doing the advanced concept, and then we'll start with the Countif. Now, when you talk about the Countif, that is this function, the Countif, can be used when you want to count the number of cells that met a specific criteria. Now, in this case, you want to specify your criteria, but the Countif only takes care of only one criteria. If you want to have multiple criteria, you have to use the Countifs. But if you use the Countif, it's only just one criteria. Now, look at this question. It says, how many employees are in building 1? Now, look at this data. We have the staff ID, first name, last name, email, department, location, hire date, pay rate, and monthly salary. Now, from here, we want to count this location. We want to count. You know, in the location, we have building 1, building 2, building 3, building 4. But we want to actually count the number of employees in building 1. We don't know the number of employees, but want to count it using our Countif. So let's count. Now, let me introduce the function stuff in Excel that you can also use. For example, if you are just getting started with Excel, you can actually make use of the function, because I think it is actually easier to use than just typing your formula directly. So, and by the time your skill now become advanced, you can type directly. So let me introduce the function. Now, this Apex, it is called the function in Excel. So just click on it. This box will pop up. This box will pop up for you. Let me do it again. This Apex, click it, and then this box will pop up for you. And then what function do we want to use? We want to use the Countif. So where we have this, type a brief description of what you want to do, and then click go. Just type the function you want to use. That is a Countif. Just type it Countif, and then click go, and then it will bring it. It will bring it. So after bringing it, click on OK, and then this box will pop up for you, and then we can now answer our question. So the range. Now we want to count the number of empty cells. I mean the number of the employee in building 1. So if you look at it, this is our location. This is our location, building 1, and then we want to count. So I will click on our range, and then I will highlight everything. This is our range. Everything like this. And then I'll come to our criteria. Now, our criteria is a building 1. Now, one thing you should know is that when Excel says range, and after highlighting your range, and it says criteria range or criteria, always know that it is a rule that your criteria is always located in your range. Don't look elsewhere for it. Your criteria will always be in your range. So in this case, our criteria is building 1. Our criteria is building 1. God, that is the number that that is what actually we want to count, building 1. How many staff are there? So our criteria is building 1. So I'll just click on it like this, and then I'll click OK. and then it gives me the answer 25. That's it. Do you understand how I got 25?
Yes, sir.
Maybe if you run through it again, sir, to become clearer.
Can you repeat it?
All right, let me repeat. I will delete. Okay, this time around, let me type. Maybe it will become clearer when I type. So I will simply say equals to Countif. No, this is not Countif. This is Countif. And it said the range. What's our range?
Location.
Yeah, the location. So I'll simply pick the location. And then I'll press comma. And it says criteria. What's our criteria?
Building 1.
Building 1. Now I said you can click on any cell here containing building 1. Doesn't matter. Anyone. Any cell containing building 1, you can click on it, or you can type. For example, I can decide to open the double quotation and say, and type building 1, and close the quotation and close the bracket and press enter. I'll still get my answer. Just making reference to it. Or if I don't want to type, which I don't encourage that you do, if I don't want to type, I can simply clear the typing and reference the cell that contain building 1. So I simply click on any cell here that contain building 1, and then I will have my answer. For example, this one is building 1. This cell also is building 1. I can click on this cell, and then I'll press enter, and then I'll still have my answer, 25. So that's how it works. So I hope that is clear now. So
Yes, sir.
all right, thank you. So let's go to the sum if. The sum if. Now, the sum if is used when you want to add values in a range if the specified conditions are met. That is how, like I said, you can always filter to see whether what you are doing is correct. For example, if you want to filter this one now, this answer, you want to filter to confirm whether it is correct. You can go to location and select building 1. Say building 1. Click OK. And you can't. So if I highlight everything here now, top to bottom, and see the count on your status bar, you see that the count is 25. So it's just a confirmation that what you are doing is correct. So you can always filter to see whether you are correct or whether you are wrong, whether your formula is correct, whether it is wrong. So the sum if is used when you want to add up values in a range that contains when specified conditions are met. Now look at the question that we are. I said use the sum if to find the number of the monthly salary of all employees in building 1. Now this is the monthly salary, but we want to actually sum. We don't want to sum everything. We want to sum based on all employees in building 1. That is the sum that we want to do. I want to use the sum if. So let's go. We say equals to sum if, and it says the range. What is our range? Let me ask you, what is our range?
Monthly salary.
The range is monthly salary. No, that's not our range. No, we want to sum the monthly salary of all employees in building 1. That's what we want to sum.
The range is
what did you say?
building 1.
No, it's not building 1.
I meant, sorry, location, I meant.
Yeah, thank you.
Location.
So the range is our location. So we simply pick our location, everything. Pick everything. And then we press our comma. Press our comma. And then it says, the next thing is criteria. What's our criteria? Is anybody there?
Yes, sir.
What's our criteria?
Monthly salary.
Salary.
Huh?
Monthly salary.
Why is it monthly? I told you that when it says criteria, your
Building 1.
criteria is always in the range. It's located, your criteria is always located in the range. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So what's our criteria now?
Building 1.
Building 1. Thank you. So click on anyone containing building 1, and then you press a comma, and then you now have the sum range. So what are sum range?
Monthly salary.
Thank you. Sum range now is now monthly salary. So you highlight everything top to bottom, and then you press enter. And then you see that, look at it. This is the sum of all the employee in building 1. This is the sum of their salary, 156,000. This is the sum of their salary. You can filter to confirm. I can go to filter and pick building 1, and then sum their salary. Look at it like this. Let's sum their salary. And then you see it. 156,900. I mean, $156,509,000. And that's the same thing that we got. So you can always apply your filter to confirm whether what you are doing is correct. Do you understand now?
Yes, sir.
Sum if. Now the average. The Averageif. Average means you want to get arithmetic mean. That is the mean of all values in a range of cells that met a given criteria. That's where you want to apply your average if. So let's see how it works in real situation. Now, a question says calculate the average salary of all employees in building 2. Who's going to help us? Calculate the average salary of all employees in building 2.
Okay, you said equals to.
All right, let's see whether you are able to try. Equals to
Averageif.
Averageif. Okay.
Then we choose our range.
What's our range?
Location.
Location. Okay. I'll simply go to location, and then I'll press my comma and say criteria. What's our criteria?
Building 2.
Building 2. I'll pick any cell containing building 2. I'll just click this building 2. Yes.
Then you it remains the range, then comma after building 2.
Comma, yeah.
Then you select the monthly salary range. You select the range, monthly salary.
Yeah, the average range, the monthly salary. And then I'll press my enter. So you look at it. This is the average salary of all employees in building 2. This is the average salary, 7,033 cents. This is the average salary of all employees in building 2. You can actually apply your filter. Let's apply our filter and see whether we are correct. You go to building 2. Let's pick building 2. Click OK. And then let's highlight. And then let's see the average. See the average, 7,033 cents. So we see that what we have done is correct. Thank you. Thank you, sir. So that is that about that. Now we go to Countifs. The ifs means more than one criteria. The one we did up there is just one criteria. But this one is more than one criteria. And we still want to do it. So look at this question. It says, can the number of employees in building 4 department earning below $150 an hour? Can the number of employees in building 4 earning below $150 an hour? Who is going to help us? You know, there we have more than one criteria, and still we still want to count.
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead.
Equals to.
Equals to.
Countifs.
Countifs. Yes.
Then we go for the criteria range.
The criteria range. So what's our criteria range?
Our criteria range is The first one is building 4.
Is it building 4?
Yes, sir.
No, it's not building 4. The criteria range. It's a range. It's not building 4 now. If it's building 4,
Location rather. Location.
okay, yeah. Look, the location.
Yes.
So we pick the location, everything, yes. And then we highlight, we say comma, yes. I say criteria. So what's the criteria 1?
That's building 4.
Building 4, I'll pick anything building 4, and I'll press my comma.
Comma, yes.
Then what's the criteria range 2?
Criteria range 2 will be pay rates that are below. I'm coming.
Yeah, the pay rate. You are correct. I'll just pick the pay rate, highlight everything, top to bottom, and press my comma. And then what's the criteria? What's the criteria for the pay rate?
I think 150 per hour.
Those that are earning
150
those that are earning below
yeah. Those are earning below 150
per hour. So yeah, finish it. How do we write that?
Less than 150.
Yeah, how do we write it?
I
How do we
I
write
think
the
it's-
less than? Okay, you simply open your double quotation and put less than 150 and close the quotation, and then you close the bracket, and then you press enter. Do you understand? And
Yes,
then
sir.
we see that in that organization, the number of employees earning below $150 an hour, they are 7.
So, sir, if you want to be that means you are
Hello,
just
sir.
going
There's
to
one
put
question I want
equals
to
to
ask.
150 or just 150.
But repeat the question, please.
My first question, should I go first?
Yeah, go on.
If we have to look for 150 per hour, what are we going to put inside it? I know if you are looking for higher, that means you are putting to greater sign. But if you are looking for exactly those that are collecting 150, are we going just to put 150?
Just put equals to, let's see it. Let's say equals to. Just put equals to. You see, there is nobody collecting 150.
Okay, sir.
So, but let's see whether we are correct. We can filter. Where is the pay rate? This is the pay rate. And then let's put 150 and let's see. So there is no employee collecting exactly $150. Do you understand?
Okay, sir. Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
So that's how it works. So you can have, but if you want to say, like this one that says below 150, if the question says those that are earning 150 and above, or 150 and above, you now say equals to greater than, you understand, or greater than equals to, the way they put it in mathematics. So this one is less than. Those that are less than 150, and you say that they are 7. All right, what's your second question?
My second question is anytime you want to highlight from top to bottom, there's a thing you usually press. What's that, sir?
Yes, you use your keyboard. It's very fast. And if you want to highlight, it doesn't matter the largeness of your data, use your keyboard. Once you click on the first cell, press your shift key and control and the arrow down. It takes you to the end immediately. Let me show you. Let me do on screen. Where is it? Sorry. Yeah, on screen keyboard. Yeah, on screen, my on screen keyboard. Yeah, you want to highlight, this is it. You press your shift. Do you understand? Shift,
Yes, sir.
control, and then you press the arrow down. It takes you to the last. If you want to highlight everything, press the arrow right with it. It highlights all your data set quickly without wasting time. So that's how I do my own. All right.
Thank you.
Another person is asking question.
Yes, what I wanted to ask is that the greater sign and the lesser sign.
Yes.
Why do you use or you write it outrightly?
No, you put it in quotation.
Okay.
You have to put it in quotation, just like this. Look at it. We have to put it in quotation. So less than 150. That is how Excel will recognize. If you don't put it in quotation, let me remove the quotation. It will throw an error. You see, if you throw an error, it will not work. So you have to put the signs in quotation. So just like text, you have to put it in quotation. So that's the Countif. Now let's look at the sum if. You want to add numbers, values in a range. If multiple specified criteria are met, that's when you use the sum if. Now use the sum if to find the sum of the pay rate of all employees in building 1 and with rate greater than $200. Now, we want to sum, we want to add those employees in building 1 that are any rate, pay rate that is greater than $200. We want to add all of them together. And that's what we want to do. So who is going to guide us? Is there anybody there that can guide us? Okay, let me quickly do this because of time. So we simply say equals to sum if, and then it says the range. What is our range? I'm asking a question, please.
Please, sir, we are using some ifs.
Oh, sorry, thank you. Some ifs. Yeah. What are some range? Are some
The
range
range should be
pay rate
location.
column? Pay
Location.
rate. Pay rate. You highlight everything and press your comma. Press your comma. And then what's the next thing? And it says the criteria range 1. What's our criteria range 1?
Greater than 200.
It's not greater than. Look at the question. Those that in building 1. So the criteria is refers to our location. So we go to our location, we highlight everything top to bottom, and then we press our comma. And it say criteria. So what's our criteria? Our criteria refers to those in building 1. I'll pick building 1 and press my comma, and then say criteria 2. So what's my criteria 2? My criteria 2 refers to also again to my pay rate column. I'll pick it again, top to bottom, and then I will highlight it, and then I will now specify my criteria 2, which is those that are any greater than, that is, open your double quotation, put the greater than 200, and then you close your quotation, close your bracket, and you press enter. And then you see that this is it, 3,165. So those are the pay rate of all employee in building 1 that are any rate greater than $200. So this is the sum of their pay rate. Now the average if, just the arithmetic mean, the arithmetic stuff. So like we said, so just say equals to average ifs. Can you please mute so that we can enjoy the class? Average ifs, and then we look for our average range, which is the salary column. We pick everything, and then press a comma, and it says criteria range what? 1. What's our criteria range 1? According to the question. Let me see. Says department. We go to department. This is department. We pick it again. Then we press our this. And then in the department, which department are we looking for? We are looking
Sales.
is it sales or
Sales.
sales? Yeah, we are looking for sales. I'll simply pick sales, and then I'll do this again, and then the criteria range again. What's our criteria range again? That is our answer now. Salary.
Monthly salary.
Salary.
Salary, and then your comma, and then the criteria. We are looking for those that are earning, is it below or 6,000, something 6,000? Let me check. Those that are earning above,
Oh, 6,000.
that's greater than 6,000. 6,000. And then you close your quotation, you close your bracket, and then you press enter. And then you have this. This is the average salary of all employees in that organization that are earning above $6,000. So
Sister, can you run through this once more? This particular one.
the average,
Yes, sir.
all right. Let me use the formula function so that we'll see it together. I'll click here. I will say Averageifs, I say go. This is average, you say go. And it says the average range. What's the average range? The salary, if I'm not mistaken. The salary column, because that's what we want to find. And then I'll come here and it says criteria range 1. What is our criteria range 1? I'm asking a question, please. The department. Are we still there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The department. We pick everything in the department and then say criteria. In that department, what are we looking for? We are looking for sales. We pick sales and then you come here and you say criteria range 2. We come to our salary column again. We pick everything and then you come here and then the criteria. Those that are earning greater than, open a double quotation and say greater than 6,000, close the quotation and close the quotation. The good thing about this is that you will see the result of your formula before you press OK. You see the sum, you see our answer. It's already showing. You see our answer, it's already showing. I'll just press OK and then you have it here. So that's the good thing about using the function. So if you cannot type just like this, you can use the function. I think it's easier than typing directly. So that is that about that. So we go to another topic. The if clause, we do that tomorrow. The if and we do that tomorrow. Today, before we go, I want us to do the Vlookup and the HLOOKUP, and then we go for today. Do the Vlookup and the HLOOKUP, and then we go for today. So let's start with the Vlookup. Now, the Vlookup means vertical lookup. That's the name, vertical lookup, but people say it is Vlookup, and it is used to extract data from vertical tables. For example, since most Excel data are in vertical form, so you use Vlookup most of the time when you are looking for, when you want to return specific information. But the rule about Vlookup is that it works from left to right. That is, which means that your lookup value has to be on the left. So it cannot work from right to left. No, it works from left and then it moves to the right like this. That's how it works. You cannot, it does not work like this to here. No, it does not work that way. So that's the rule about VLOOKUP. So your lookup value has to be on the left before it will work. So let's see the practical way how it works. And like I said, we're already in advanced class, and VLOOKUP key is advanced. You actually know how to use it. So we have this data set. You can see you have the staff ID, the full name, the job title, the department, business unit. You can see this header. You have them like this. And then the data set itself, let me see the number. It's about 1,000. That data set is 1,000 data. So we have that data set, and you are being given that. Maybe your supervisor or anybody asks you that, okay, from that data, go and return the details of this employee for me. The man just gave you this employee ID, just like student, their matric number or their student ID number. So the man just provided their student ID, and it says, go and look for this value, the name, the gender, the age, department, look for the rest for me from that table. Now, you cannot be, like I've been saying, you cannot be searching for these details manually. It will be impossible. It will take a lot of time, and then your work will be full of errors. It will be full of errors. Doesn't matter. So, for example, let's say you want to do it manually. You say, okay, this employee, let me copy the ID. And you go to filter, and you put the employee ID. And it brings it like this. And then you see, you will have to. So you now copy the staff. You copy the first name like this, Control C, and then you go and paste, Control V, and then you copy the gender. No. You are not efficient. You are not efficient. That is not how it works. So you have to use your formula to return these details, and that's what we want to do using VLOOKUP. So let's see how it works. Now, you say, I hope you can hear me.
Yes, sir, we can hear you,
Very
sir.
well, sir.
Yes,
All
sir, we
right.
can hear you.
So you say equals to VLOOKUP, and then it says your lookup value. You say this is your lookup value, and then you put your comma. Don't forget that you have to fix. Now, out of the B4, which one are we going to fix from our previous knowledge? Look at this B4. Which one are we supposed to fix?
February.
Huh?
February.
No, we have to fix even our lookup value. This is our
Okay.
lookup value. We have to fix it. Which one? Are we going to fix the B or the 4? No, the B is
two.
representing, B4. The B is representing the column. The 4 is representing the row. So which one are we going to fix?
The 4.
No.
I
See,
think we fix the boat.
We will fix the
No.
boat by pressing the FX. It will automatically fix the boat.
Yeah, I know, but you will not fix the boat. We are supposed to fix your column, because as you drag, your column will not change, because we want to drag from left to right this way. The column will not change. This is what I'm talking about. We want to drag from here to this place. So as we drag, the column will not change, but the rows will change. So we are supposed to fix our column. So we'll fix our column. We apply the $sign by fixing our column. Once you see it like this, it means that the column is fixed. That is the $sign before the alphabet. The column is fixed. And then we press our comma. And it says table array. And then you go to your table. Let me clear this. Please let us mute our mic so that we can enjoy the lesson, please. All right, so let's go. We say equals to VLOOKUP. We have our lookup value. This is our lookup value. And then we fix the column. And then we press our comma. And it says table array. Then go to your table array, pick everything, highlight everything this way, and then fix. Apply your F4 to fix. And then you press your comma, and then it says column index. What's our column index?
2.
2. Thank you. Our column index is 2. Because if you go to our table, this is the start by the full name is 2. So our column index is 2. And then we press our comma and it says first or approximate. So I'll pick the first. And then I'll press enter. I'll press enter. And then you have it. It has returned the value. Now let me drag like this and drag like this. I'll drag like this and I'll drag like this. Yeah, this is what we have. But this is not correct. This is not correct. So we simply modify our formulas. We simply modify it. Now, this is what I will do. Why do you think is not returning the other rest? Why?
Because we use 2, which only is restricted to that particular column.
Thank you very much. Yeah, because we have to take care of all the column index. We have to take care of the column index. That's number 1. And then number 2, look at this one. Is error. Is returning error. This one is returning error. So which means this staff ID, let's even filter. Let's see. Let's filter. Let's copy this staff ID and let's go to the data set and filter. And let's see what's happening. You put it and you see that there's something wrong with this staff ID. It means that the data does not exist in our data set. So let's cancel. And then we come back. And then we know that this data set does not exist. And that's why Excel is returning error. So what do? We take care of the error. We take care of the error by using the if error to take care of the error. So how do you take care of the error? Just come to your data set, go to the beginning of your formula where you have the equals to, click there and put if error. If error. If error. And then go to the end, put your comma, open a bracket. Now, when you open a bracket, you can put anything you want. You can put dash, 0, anything you want that wants to be there. But in most cases, people will say, we'll put dash, and then they will close the bracket, and then close it this way and press enter. If your formula is correct, nothing will change. So drag it this way, and then drag it this way. And you see that this error has been taken care of. The error is gone. That's one thing we have to first of all fix. And the error has been taken care of. So the error is gone now because we've incorporated the if error function to our formula. Now, the next thing we want to do is that I want to take care of the column index so that we can have the right data extracted for us. So this is what I will do because of time. And just copy the header. The header of your data set, Ctrl+C, and paste, transpose. Paste is transpose. This is transpose, like this. And then give it sequence. This is
Please,
1.
sir, take this particular one slowly, sir. Sorry, sir.
Yeah. I'm doing it slowly. Okay. I hope you got it to this point.
I didn't get the where we change the error, where we put dash.
Okay, where you change the error.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's incorporate the if error. Now, okay. Now this is where we have these errors. So we want to take care of the error. So go to the first one in your data set and go click here where we have equals to before the Vlookup and put if error like this. And then go to the end of your data set like this and put comma. And then value, you now put what you want it to appear if there is an error. So you open the double quotation, put dash, and then close the quotation and then close the bracket. This is how it works. Can you see the formula, ma? This is it.
Yes, sir.
That is how it works. And then press enter. And then you now drag again like this. And then you drag again like this. And then you have the error is gone now. The error is gone. So let's take care of the column index now, one after the other. So we copy our header of our data set in order to make it very fast. Control C. And then we paste, transpose the data. We've talked about transpose like this. And then give it sequence, numbering. This is 1, and this is 2. And then you can drag 1, 2, then drag like this. So we now have the column in there. We know that start by this 1, full name is 2. Now, gender. What's the column index for gender? The gender. From what we have here. What's the column index?
Sorry, sir. Is it after copying that we paste?
Yeah, after copy, you paste, transpose. You transpose the data. You transpose like this. So, our gender, the gender is column 6. So you come here, change where you have the 2 to 6, and click enter, and you see that it has taken care of it. Age. What's the column index for age? It's 8. You can see it here. It's 8. So come here, change the 2 to 8, and press enter. It has taken care of it. Department. What's the column index for department? Are you there?
Yes, sir, we are here.
Yeah, what's the column index for department?
4,
Yeah,
sir.
4.
4.
Yeah, 4. And then you take care of it. Job title. What's the column index? Job title is 3. Let's respond, please. And then country. What's the column index for country? That's 12. Simply change it. And then it is annual salary. What's the column index for annual salary? That's 10.
10.
Yeah, 10. What's the index for hire date? Hire date is 9. Change it like this. Is this? As it's just joined. So the column index for which one are we looking for now? Okay, we want to do, we've done salary. Yeah, hire date. Hire date, the column index is 9. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
9. And then the exit date, the column index is 14. This is the column index. So come here and just put 14. Put 14. And then you press enter. So you have all this. So now you can now highlight it this way, and then you drag it down like this. And then you know that you see now all our data are clean and they are good to go. So we simply format this cell. This is the annual salary. It should be our currency stuff. So you come here, click here, more number format, go to currency, and then pick here, go, look for USD because we are working with USD. Yeah, this is USD. Click OK, and then you. So these columns are for dates. So just come here and click on short date, and then you have it. We have all our data returned for us using our Vlookup. Now that is one way. Can you please move, please? Now that is one way of going about it, but this is not professional enough. The method we use is not professional enough. It's for beginners. It's not professional enough. Now we have another method that you can incorporate what we call the match function. The match function. So how do we do that? You know, here we change our column index manually, one by one. But when we incorporate the match function, you don't have to change anything manually. The match function will return your column index for you, and then you just work around it. So let's see how it works. So we simply come here. We want to find the index, the column index for all this. We want the match function to return it. No, we know from our table that this employee ID is 1 and like that to 14. But we want to return it automatically from our table, from our header. So we say equals to match. And then it says the lookup value. So our employee stuff is our lookup value. This is our lookup value. And then you say you press a comma, and then it says the lookup array. What's our lookup array, everyone? What's our lookup array?
The table. We highlight all the
The
table.
data sets.
Yeah,
Data
the header is only the header. Is the header. This is the header. This is our table array. And then you fix also. You fix it. This is our table array. Apply your F4. And then press your comma. And it says, do you want exact? Yes, I want exact. Put 0 and press enter. And you know that 1, this employee ID is 1 on this table. So just drag it this way. And you see, can you see it now? Name is 2. It has returned it. The gender is 6. It has returned the gender. The age 8. You can see it now that the column have been returned for us automatically. Can you see it? So we don't have to change anything manually. Now we can now walk through our formula, the one like we did up here. We can walk through it like we did up here. So in this case, we don't have to do much. We only have to copy and paste. So let's copy this formula. Copy it, Control C. Press the escape key. If you copy a formula in Excel, you have to press escape, or else it will not, you won't be able to use it. So I will copy it again like this and press Control C, and then I'll press escape on my keyboard. And then I'll come here and then I will paste. So the only thing I have to do now is that I will modify the formula to make sure, or let me even type it. Let's type it and see. So we say equals to Vlookup. Our lookup value is this. Press comma, and it says table array. Come here and pick all your data set and fix it. Control F4 to fix. And then I said here you have to fix your the column too by including the $sign. So fix that also, and then comma, and then say column index. Now this time around we only reference our column index, and we'll reference it by clicking here. This is our column index. Do we understand now? So we only reference it by clicking the index on top of our data of our table. This is it. And then we fix the row. Come here, put it here and fix the row. Put the $sign in front of the number. We fix the row. And then we say comma, and then say exact. And then you press enter. And then you see. This time around, you will have no issue at all. This way, and then this way. The only thing we have to take care is the if error. That's the only thing we have to take care, the if error. And then we come here, and then we put the if error. If error. Then, this time around, I will not put dash. I open a double quotation, I will say data not found. I will close the quotation, I will close the bracket, I will press enter. And then I will drag it this way. And then I will drag it this way. And then you see, yeah, instead of dash, you say data not found, data not found, data not found. So your if error, you can actually put anything, data not found. Then we have our data returned for us automatically. So we only have to format this salary column. So I will format by using my format painters. Just click here, click on your format painters, and check it down. The date also, click here, click on your format painters and just format it using your format painter. And then you have your date also. So this is a better concept. This is actually better because we didn't return anything manually. We actually use formula for everything. So this is better than, this solution is better than this one. So, but let's see the best solution. For example, now, this solution now, if I remove the column index, by deleting it, it will return an error. You see, everything will return an error. But in the next one we are going to do, we'll be able to remove the column index. So let's do the last one for today. And then we want to do the last one. So we simply return our match, the header automatically like we have been doing. So I'll simply come here and copy this formula. I will not type this time around. I'll paste it here and press enter and paste. Sorry. Okay, let me copy. And then I'll paste. And then I will simply format 25. So I'll simply format the formula. And then I will drag down like this. So I have my index returned for me. And then here also, I'll simply copy this formula. It's very simple. Copy it, press your escape key, and then paste here. Do you understand? And then you can drag. So just format. Instead of, for example, here, this formula is looking at B15, but rather I should be looking at B26. B26. So I'll simply come here. That's the only thing I have to change. I'll change this one to 26. And then I will then drag this way. And then I will drag down. And then I have all my data. So the last one I want to do is that I will now incorporate the match function. I will now incorporate the match function into this Vlookup. How do I do that? Now, come here, click here, this act cell, and then look at this C13. This is the formula that returned the C13. That is this formula. Copy this match function, this formula, this match, copy it. So where we have the match, just say Ctrl+C and press escape key. And then click here. And then look at this, the match, where we have the match, C13. And then delete the C13. Delete it, the match, the C13. And then paste that formula that return it. Paste that formula in that place. And then you press enter. Now, the good thing is that nothing will change. As long as what you have done is correct, nothing will change. You cannot drag here. Like I said, nothing will change, and then you drag here. Wow, there's an error. So let's fix the error. So where is the error coming from? Who can help me to identify the error? Are we there?
Yes, sir. Because in this particular one, there's no error, and we put if error there.
Yeah, the if error should be there. It's not the if error. It's not the if error. Yeah. Who can get where the error is coming from? Well, now. Okay, let's trace the error and then we just close because our time has gone. So the error is from our match formula. For example, let me Ctrl Z. We have this. Now, if you look at the match, we didn't fix this particular column. This column, we didn't fix this column. And that's where the error is coming from. So I will simply fix this column. And then I'll press enter. Like I said, nothing should change. Okay. I should fix the row. Yeah, sorry. I should have to fix the row, not the column. I'll fix the row, and then I have it this way. So I have it like that. And then now I can copy here. This copy, Ctrl C, come here, remove the match. That's that match function. Yeah, this is it. I will remove this match function. I'll paste the new one there. Paste, and I'll press enter. And then I can now drag like this. Can drag like this. And see, nothing changes. So I will simply format this cells, format it this way. I'll format this other cells. I'll format it this way. And then, so with this now, I can get rid of this match up here. I can delete it. And then my data set is still there. Like this one, if you delete, it will return an error for you. You can see. So, but here, we have actually incorporated that match function into our formula. And then we have this. So, this, you can see the formula up here. It may be a little bit complicated, but if you follow the procedure, it is not complicated. So, this is the best, and this is the kind of result that you should do. And this is an expert solution. If your skill is advanced in Excel, this is the kind of solution that you should actually go for. And that's why I said this is the good solution, and this is the minimum that you should know. This is the minimum that you should know about VLOOKUP. And then you can go better. This is a better solution by incorporating the match. And then this is the best. This kind of solution is the best. And then this is where we draw the curtain today. So I will stop the recording. I'll just take 3 questions and then we go for today.
Thank you, sir. I have a question.